Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Joe. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Century Arms WASR M 9mm AK. Let's check it out. So guys, welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you swinging by. This AK 9mm, look at this. Now I will say first off, big thanks to Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms, who's lending me this gun for some video work. This is just dead sexy. Now this gun has got some good amount of hate. Now I will say, yes, it is not a traditional Vishka or AK-9 that you would see from like KUSA. PSA has the AKV, doesn't have a curved mags. This, ironically, takes Glock Mags. So it doesn't look like your traditional AK with the curved mag. And yes, Century Arms AKs haven't been the best quality. But I think in this video we're going to see that for the money and what you get with it, it's actually a pretty fun gun to shoot at the range. And I think this doesn't have to be a go to war. You don't need to take this overseas. This is a fun gun that you can get into an AK type platform and not shoot 7.62 by 39 and pay the 7.62 by 39 price tag. But let's get right into this.
Gotta come see me. Okay.
So let's get into the just overall specs of the WASR M from Century Arms. Now, there's a couple things on here that doesn't come with the original. I just want to put that out. Walter did kind of put some different furniture on here to make it work for him. But this is a 9mm rifle. It's a blowback design. It does have a traditional AK-47 muzzle brake, comes with the cleaning rod. It has the rack enhanced trigger group in here, so it does take a typical AK trigger group. It does have the standard AKM side optic mount right here, so if you wanted to put like a optic over the top rail cover, you can put your red dots, or you can put a variable optic scope on here. It's compatible with all AKM pattern furniture, so this isn't the actual furniture that comes with the WASR M. He did put a different top rail gas tube cover and different wood furniture. This does have a Magpul AK style grip, Mo grip, very comfortable. It does accept Glock 17 and Glock 19 magazines. Again, it's in 9mm. It's a very standard AK design to its core, though. It has the piston rod. You have your traditional AK rear sight, and I have the specs up here to make sure I'm not missing anything. This thing ships with a 33 round SMG mag. I've tested this mag with this gun, and I'll tell you that I've had no issues with this at all. The barrel length is 17.5 inches. So these are the specs on the WASR M. Let's get into what I thought. As you can see from the shooting footage, the WASR M pretty much functioned with no issue. I had no failures to feed. I tried a couple different magazines. I know Military Arms Channel actually did a video on this, and he said that the SMG mags didn't work for him and he had a lot of issues. I used the SMG mag on this and my Bear Creek Arsenal BC9 rifle that we're going to do a comparison coming up. I'm filming that video today between the BC9 and the WASR M. I had no issues with the SMG mag. I also tried Glock Mags, and I also had a Magpul P mag that I tried. Ran flawlessly. Functions of it, it runs like an AK. The safety, it's very definitive. It's not really hard to actuate with just one thumb or your index finger. I did find that it was kind of a heavy gun. One thing I did notice, I don't have the target here just because I was using so many different types of guns on the target to, you know, kind of just test stuff out and see how it works. But the accuracy is there. I was only shooting about 15 yards. I did have to adjust the elevation because I was shooting a little bit low. I noticed I was shooting low and left. I don't know if that was just me not being used to shooting a 9mm AK, but this thing functions. Another thing I did notice when I was shooting it is that the ejection pattern, it was just going straight up, hitting the roof of the awning at my range at Guncraft in Ruskin, Florida. Great range. If you're in the area, check them out. I kept hearing like a dinging. You might be able to hear it in the shooting footage, but this gun functioned. I only had I probably put about 200 rounds through it. Again, is 200 rounds a real review? Yes and no. If within 200 rounds, if you can't figure out a gun is good, then maybe, you know, there's some other stuff you got to figure. I also took one step further and I tested out some black belt ammunition. This is a 135 grain jacketed hollow point. They did send me a ton of ammo to try. It's actually my carry load, so check out black belt ammunition. I don't have any like promo code with them, but it is great hollow point ammunition, and I did run it in the WASR M, and this thing ate it up. It was a little bit like smoky, definitely smoky, but it was also 90 degrees and like 100% humidity that day too. But just pointing it just naturally, it feels like an AK. Shootability, great, no malfunctions. Tried a ton of different magazines, so the reliability is there. I just think this gun gets a bad rap because, again, you get the stigma of a century-made AK clone. But reliability and shootability, it's definitely a fun shooter. Now, Century does tout that this gun is competition ready. I have yet to hear people running these in PCC competitions, but I can see the robustness of the gun actually lending itself very well to a competition shooter, because all it is you're ready to go. All right, you don't got to deal with any fancy doodads or whatever. I would say that the muzzle brake, again, traditional AK muzzle brake, where you kind of push that little button in on the front side post and twist it. I've yet to see this gun being suppressed. Maybe down the road we can figure out a way to suppress it if it's 5.28, but it's cool. Walter putting this different furniture on it does kind of give it a little bit more flair. It just has traditional like blonde wood furniture. I would definitely recommend keeping a Magpul MOE AK grip. These grips are awesome and very comfortable. But this being a competition gun, yes, theoretically, because it does has that AKM side mount rail that you can get kind of like one of those over the top deals. When me and Walter were messing with this, we put an original PSL scope on here. It looked just completely outrageous and it probably wouldn't work, but it was still cool. It worked. But yeah, the AK 9mm, it takes Glock Mags. Would I prefer this gun to have a curved magazine? Yes, but these guns are only $4.99. Sometimes you can get them as cheap as like $3.99, depending on if you look through like Aim Surplus or Center Fire Systems, Atlantic Firearms. You can get these guns on sale for a lot less, and again, you're getting an AK-47 that is in 9mm, so you're saving the money on the ammo. But let's get into, if it was my money, would I buy it? at the end of the day, the pros and cons of this rifle, I would say I would buy it. I wouldn't pay probably over $4.99 for the gun, but it gives you that AK feel. Right now, 7.62x39 is getting a little expensive. Big thanks to people like Palmetto State Armory. They're actually coming out with American-produced steel case 7.62x39, so we're able to get steel case back in the States. But it's heavy. It's a heavy gun. Very little recoil. It's a fun range gun. It is a fun range toy. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I wouldn't say take this into battle. Maybe doing some small game hunting, depending on the loading you're using. It's functioned and cycled with hollow point ammunition. It's just a fun range toy. You don't have to have a go-to-war, battle-ready rifle all the time. Having a fun gun to just take to the range and gets you into the shooting sports where you can just kind of present this and you're like, wow, I'm holding an AK, but you're not going to have the recoil of the 7.62x39. And at the same time, you're able to practice. So say if you got one of these and then you were able to pick up like a GF3 from Palmetto State Armory, their entry-level AK, you have that same mechanics of the safety. The only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have the AK magazine release. But if it was my money and I found it on a good deal, I would 100% buy this again. Or not buy it again. I would buy this with my own money. I'd kind of do what Walter did, and I would, change out the furniture so it's not that just like generic blonde AK furniture. Since it takes AK furniture, I would definitely do that. You can get conversions to where you can get a side folder depending on how the rear end. I don't know if you can put like a side folding Zukov stock. I'd love to see that. But again, the WASR M, don't skimp on it. People will see people talk about this gun and trash it, but I would not hesitate to buy one of these. These are great fun guns to bring to the range, practice your AK mechanics with and all that good stuff. It's think of like an AK-22 trainer but in 9mm. Some of the import AK-22s are not the most reliable from what I've seen. I wouldn't recommend getting a 22 AK just because, again, the reliability isn't there. The reliability on this WASR M from Century is there. I would definitely recommend picking one up. So big thanks to Safety Harbor Firearms for letting me borrow this gun for review. And as always, make sure that you are commenting below. If you think I am full of crap, please comment. Tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. And also, if you want to help support the channel, please check out the affiliates page. It's the first link in the description. I'll have links if I can find for this on the affiliates page. That's kind of a direct way to support the channel. And also, our merch shop is over there at fattackgear.com. You can get shooting gallery merch, all that stuff. We got the new logo. We got the Tactical Manny shirt, all that line. More to come with that, but yeah, check this out. Also, consider becoming a channel member. It's the easiest way to support the channel, get early access content. So if you're a channel member, you're seeing this before it releases to anybody else. As always, guys, stay safe, stay shooting. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.